Hello? Hi everyone. I hope this is working well. And I hope I unplugged the right thing. Because I'm trying to unplug this. Let's see. Yep, okay, the mic's still going. Hopefully people can see it. I'm sorry that this is a late night stream, but it has been a long time since I've streamed last. And right now I'm currently trying to transform a Transformer figure. So hopefully you guys can actually see me. I'm seeing no one in the chat right now. What is this? Engage with your audience. Okay. They've actually made a lot of updates since I last streamed in May. But we're going to be talking about Transformers stuff. And, yeah, I don't know where everyone's gone. I had a feeling somebody would show up. But, so far in the chat, there doesn't seem to be a single person. Let's see. If we go to YouTube, maybe we'll, I don't know, show up there. Usually there's like 1 or 2 people that show up. Live. Oh, it shows 2 viewers. And yeah, it won't let me click on the live stream on this. So what's going on with YouTube? YouTube, you're screwing with me. No, why do I keep going back to my notifications? There we go. Okay. Skip. There we go. No, that seems to be there. Everything seems to be fine. We got 3 viewers, apparently. Hi, 3 viewers. Go ahead and say hi if you can. I'm just transforming Air Raid right now, trying to figure this all out. Again, it has been a while since I've done a live stream. We're going to be talking about certain Transformers news. I'm going to update you guys on what's going on with my channel, assuming that enough people show up, because if not a lot of people are showing up, then, I mean, I might as well just, do something else. Let's see. Actually, I know what to do. I'm sorry I didn't really come prepped too well. Oh. Okay. Let's see. Maybe if I share the stream, maybe that will get some people going. Although I have my doubts because I'm irrelevant. It's just weird that nobody's commented yet. Let's see. There we go. Hopefully that will be better. Oh! There we go! Toxic Monster 90. Hi! What's up? You're the first person to show up. Oh! And Flawed Indeed also shows up. Hi, what's up? I'm glad that it's now working. I wasn't sure if the stream was working. I know notifications have been really choppy with a lot of different people. So right now I'm just trying to transform Air Raid into the leg mode. And I'm trying to do the same thing with the slingshot. Hi, Dad. That's my dad. My dad's in the chat. It's my dad. By the way, the PayPal donation thing I got above there, it says help me buy gum. The reason why I have that is just I wanted to see if the PayPal donation thing would even work. Like, if I can get it going. Not that people would donate, but I can actually get it to function right. And I know it is now. So I'm just kind of... I'm more so excited that, hey, I got that thing up more than anything. So, just to make it clear, you guys don't have to donate to anything. You guys watching my videos is support enough, and I really do appreciate when you guys interact with me. But again, I was just like, hey, that is something. Dakota, what is your favorite smell? Comment. Everyone comment what your favorite smell is. While I transformed this guy into a half a jet. Let's see. So I'm getting the Fireflight this week, I believe. So as soon as I get that, because I pre-ordered that a while ago. As soon as I get that guy, then the aerial bots are complete, because I got the rest of the guys here. And that's actually one of the main reasons why I'm transforming these guys, is because even though it will be an incomplete combiner, I haven't really shown off much of these guys. My favorite smell is the fungus in my belly button. You know what? Burnt hair? Kind of the same thing. Alright. Ah! Ah! These two things fell. Alright, so, first of all, before we talk about the new stuff, I need to show off a couple of things. Yes, I did get Venom, this green and orange little Insecticon, the last Insecticon, and I was hoping that they would do the Insecticons, the deluxe Insecticons. They finally did it, and I gotta say, Venom is probably the weakest one. I don't mind him, but I don't like the wings under the arms. I think that looks lame. Next figure I also got is Skydive, what I actually really like. I love the lightning on the wings. I like that blue tail fin. I gotta transform him into the leg mode. Waffles and maple syrup. Oh my god, my guy right there. It's weird, as a kid I was like, yay, waffles, and then growing up in my 20s I was like, waffles, and then now in my 30s, yay, waffles again! What happened there? Why I revert back to a child is mystery to me. Alright. Transforming Transformers is hard, okay? You guys don't know how difficult it is to transform a Transformer on a YouTube channel that I'm just doing out of passion. Oh, let's see. I prefer the Combiner Wars aerial bot. Yeah, you would. You would. You would. I know you, and I know that you would. Dakota, you prefer Combiner Wars Skylinks over Earthrise Skylinks. You be quiet, okay? Let's see. I actually don't mind the Combiner Wars aerial bots, but I got this because I like the G1 look of it. So, hey, there's a bunch of parts flying around. Waffles are a lot better than pancakes. You know what? I'm not gonna argue with that. Anyone watch any good movies recently? I watched Frankenstein. I really like that movie. I watched Predator Badlands. I didn't like it as much, but I like that movie. I watched Tron Ares. There's no more liquid in that. Whoops. This is true. Alright, I like the Silverbolt, but he does feel a little too plain to be a commander. Not just the fact that he's a plane, but he's also just plain looking. And I know the other part is there, but I hate this thing so much. Not because you need it for the combiner. I don't care. I've accepted that long ago. But because it doesn't do anything, and it just makes the jet mode look like a big hunk of garbage. So let's go ahead and transform this guy into Superion while we're at it. Any questions about Silverbolt, Superion? He kind of looks a little too plain. If you're trying to go for No Nut November, remember this face. I never said I was a channel for kids. I really do appreciate you guys. I'm going to check to see if anyone has donated. I doubt anyone has donated, and I'm not asking for donations, despite the link being there. Get me in the account, you goob. Nope. And that's fine. That's fine. It's totally fine. It's fine. I'm fine. It's fine. Let's see. A lot of people are trying to buy groceries and stuff, and more focused on just some YouTuber who would spend it on Bionicles. So again, the main thing is that I was happy that I finally got to work, because the first time I tried it, PayPal didn't accept whatever I entered, and so they didn't give me a link for it. Now they have, so I'm just happy to get that going. Do you still use the soda fountain? It is somewhere in the house. I know it is. I need to start using that. You're right. Because I used to use it for the orange squirt. Why don't I use it? It's just you tap it in and you push the button, right? I think it's because it had been a while since I used it. I was like, I don't want to screw it up because it's air pressure. Maybe I'm just too much of a wuss for that. Upcoming new Transformers generations name after Age of the Primes is Transformers Spark 2027 2020. Protect bots and demolish. That's cool. There is no rumors about that from what I saw. We have rumors of what's coming out for 2026. And Age of the Prime should be a trilogy line, because that's what we're being told. So I don't know why it would change the name to Spark. I created this guy. I did something right. You always take credit for having me, your son. Mom, Dad's taking all the credit. Let's see. Okay. And you really want to take credit for a 31-year-old adult who's got like that? Okay. Oh, that head is. I can't even transform this right. Like I said earlier, seen any good movies lately? I said good movies, so not Tron Ares. No. Not Thor Love and Thunder. I said that Thor Love and Thunder... Nobody too? I need to watch that. Yes, thank you for reminding me. I said that Thor Love and Thunder was the worst Marvel movie. And I said that's my hot take, or probably a hot take. And the comments are either, that is the coldest take ever, or no, it's this movie instead. You forgot Quantumania. I don't even hate Quantumania. I'm not going to say it's a good movie, I just don't hate it. Like nothing about the movie made me go, oh, this drags. Oh, it's awful. And then someone was like, well, Thor 1. And I'm like, Thor 1 is just boring, at least. Like, I don't really care too much about Thor 1. Except that it's the startup of Chris Hemsworth's Thor, and I find him I find him a darling and charming in that. But, no, Love and Thunder was just, that movie is ass. That movie is straight ass. Thoughts on the new Secret Mold? I'm very happy that we're getting that. I saw a lot of discourse about that, because some people were upset that, oh, it's too simplistic. Like, it doesn't have all the greebling that a lot of Generations figures have. And I'm just sitting there thinking, this is Studio Series 86. It's not supposed to have all the greebling. If anything, you'll get some panel lines, some additional panel lines, but that's it. That's not what this line in particular is for. Oh, it looks too much like the cartoon. Wow. Studio Series toys looking like the thing that they're in, which is the point. I mean, come on. And now Studio Series is doing comic stuff, and that's... I know it's weird because a lot of people have different breaking points with Studio Series, but that's the point where I go, what's the point of having the Studio Series? And the reason why I say that is because IDW for Generations and the comics for Generations, was always in Generations. So now we're not doing that anymore, and it's going to be in Studio Series. I mean, cool that we could probably get a Drift. But, I mean, what? We're going to get an IDW Springer after getting an IDW Springer? There's the guy without his thing. I got hiccups now. Oh, God. Larry Hankins created Brian in a cave with a bunch of scraps. I really hope Hasbro doesn't screw us and make one of the Seekers exclusive. Well, guess what? They are. Starscream's going to be apparently a Target exclusive, but there is a reason why Target is doing a 40th anniversary for the 1986 film. Which is why, with people complaining about, oh, we're getting so many 1986 toys. Yeah, it's the 40th anniversary of the 1986 film. So, of course we are. But, like, with the comic stuff, like, so we're pushing that when we're still, like, we still haven't gotten all the Gamer Edition characters. Like, I'm still waiting for a Warpath or something. God, attaching these legs is really hard. It's just really tight, and I can't seem to slip on air raid. There we go. Go Blue Jays! Oh, wait. That's over and done with. Happy Veterans Day, I guess? Would you say Happy Veterans Day? Oh, it's Veterans Day for the U.S., and it is Remembrance Day for Canada. So, for those who don't know, in Canada, we do a moment of silence at 11 o'clock. I used to always think that either it started at 11:11, or you were quiet for 11 minutes. Alright, so we got some back legs. This is also pretty tight to attach. This is why I separate them before attaching it, is because the pegs are so tight that it won't reach the tabs. So yeah, all I'm missing is Fireflight, but kind of gives me an idea of what Superion is going to look like. Come on. I will get to the news in a second. Just trying to attach this weapon. I feel like they gave up on Gamer Edition. Yeah, seems like they did. I think it's because a lot of the toys were too late. Like, they started to get really good. They started getting a lot better. But because Hasbro started at a very rocky point, I guess had a very rocky start, it just didn't really land. It's like some of the Creo toys. They finally brought in some of the micro changers and the Creon, the buildable Creons that can change and you don't have to take apart any of the pieces. I think they brought that too late, and people are already kind of tired of Creo at that point. There he is. There's my guy. I like him a lot. He's a very bulky guy. Yes, the jets don't create much for the limbs. You know what it does? It creates heft. It creates character. And sometimes that's more important than anything. Alright. Gotta put you down there. Also, another thing, might as well bring this up. I finally built this again. It's an old Bionicle, and some of these joints weren't working. Now they all work. Reach for the stars! Buzz Lightyear! Alright. So, any updates with my channel? I will be going back to doing reviews soon. I just don't know when exactly. But I do plan on it. Finally saw Deadpool and Wolverine. Yeah! So I do plan on getting those reviews done. Oh, good night. Let me try that again. So I wanted to work on the 700th review while I was on my break, because I wanted to open up time to actually work on it. But I had an initial plan, and I don't think I'm going to go forward with it, just because a couple of reasons. One, I think it's just going to take too long, and two, um, I think I want to save that for another point in time, because this would be episode 700. I want to make it for, well, a later number would make more sense for it. So I won't spoil exactly what that is if I decide to do it. But yeah, whenever I can, I'll work on that review. There is a bigger project that I'm working on right now that's actually related to Bionicle, that I'm in the middle of. Once I'm done that, I will work on reviews again. Good night. How do you like the spring doors on Superion's legs? I think it's okay, but I personally could do without it. Yeah, I could do without it. And the main reason why I say that is because it's constantly pushing back on the pegs. And when you're trying to attach it, you're trying to align all four of them up. So every time you try to push it in, the top two are going in, but everything's going on an angle. So you can't get the bottom to slide in. So you almost have to push it entirely from the bottom. But then when you do that, it kind of comes out anyways from the top. So it's just super annoying. Also, another thing I wanted to bring up. I forgot I had these Robo Riders. So these actually took place before Bionicle. I know it's not much for Transformers, but yeah, if anyone's interested in Lego, that's something that's old. I remember seeing those in stores, but I wasn't really that interested. I don't know why. I was more interested in these. So these came out, I think, 2002, 2003. And I remember having the main four ones. Their containers looked like... Actually, they functioned as water bottles. So I thought that was cool. Anyways, Transformers. Let's talk about that. Yeah? Okay. TFW 2005. Let's go to TFW 2005. Possible first look at upcoming Transformers Micro Machine vehicles. So Micro Machines are going to be continuing at some point. So here we have a couple of them. There is Bumblebee, the Volkswagen Beetle, and that just seems like a regular Volkswagen. There we have Optimus Prime, and I believe that is the Rise of the Beast vehicle. Let's see. We have Battle Trap, that is an unpainted prototype. That would be Hot Rod, and I think it looks pretty cool. Megatron, I'm actually surprised they did that. It's got some decent gold paint applications. That is one of the Dreads, I'm not sure which one. If I were to guess, it probably is Crankcase, but you could probably use it for any of the three. That is the Chopper mode of Dropkick. That is the Jet mode for Shatter. So, surprised they're not doing the cars, because you would think they would do that for the Micro Machines. Starscream's Jet mode. I'm shocked they're not doing Blitzwing. That is the Bumblebee movie version of Optimus Prime. That I thought that was Dark of the Moon Megatron, because I remember, I think it was the Speed RPMs or something that had a Megatron that looked like that. That is actually Scourge. Wheeljack, which doesn't have a lot of paint applications, but it's a Micro Machine, so whatever. Two versions of the Camaro Bumblebee. I want to get that. And then we go back around to the Volkswagen Bumblebee. So I would love to get some Micro Machine Transformers. I've seen them before, but they're not as widely available as they should be. So, Blockies is going to be coming out with their Blockies wheel line. The C01, which is titled Rollout, is all going to be IDW Transformers characters. So with this, what we're getting is the Optimus Prime, the Megatron, the Gears, and the Swerve in the back there. And Swerve has a giant gun. These are all 1/64 scale. So people were excited. Oh, the gun! I'll be able to attach that to my Swerve figure. No, you won't really, because it's a different peg system. So with the Defender line, they had the option of a couple of rare ones. So rare versions of the ones that you normally get. And they did that for the Optimus Prime and the Hot Rod. So Hot Rod, you could get the regular version, the titanium version, which is still the G1 colors. And then there's another version that is in the Shattered Glass colors, which is the purple and the cyan. For the Optimus Prime, there's the titanium version, the regular version, and then there's the hologram or transparent version. And then moving on, we have the regular Hot Rod, Scamper, Runabout, and Prowl. I'm sorry for the blurred camera. Then we have Hound, Swindle, which I like that we're getting 2 Jeeps. Mirage and Dragstrip, which might be remolds of each other. And yeah, there's them showing off that titanium cab for Optimus Prime. Oh, there's a better picture of some of them. I didn't see that. Let's see. So yeah, are you guys interested in the Blockies wheels? Again, it is in the 1/64th scale, so same thing as the Hot Wheels cars. I'm trying to find... Okay, Power of the Primes. Predaking is going to be reissued. Now, a lot of people are having problems with that because it's going to be a lot more expensive than the previous one. And that's mostly just due to the fact that, you know, prices are not the same as they used to. I know it's easy to compare the prices to something that came out, it would be 10 years ago, but it's not 10 years ago anymore. So I don't know why people are surprised when this is $300. It would be awesome if it was at the old price, but it's not going to be like that. So I just talked about Superon. They're doing an Asian exclusive box set. It's basically the same for the figures, but it will also include a sticker sheet that you can update and give them some more of the G1 toy deco prints and stuff. This is something that I want to talk about. Frequency. I like how they did frequency, and 8 tracks. So this is the second Stranger Things collaborative figure, and I really love how this turned out. So let's go ahead and take a look at the robot mode quickly. I'm sorry that this is not the best image, but there's the robot mode. He's got a rubber chicken that transforms into a gun, which is weird, but okay. It looks like something that would be an Earth mode blaster if he didn't have his original cassette alt mode. If he transformed into a car, I could imagine something like that. This feels like something that would be... Is there a bug flying around? I keep hearing a buzzing noise, and the only bug right there is this. Anyways. This is something that kind of feels like it would be the classics line, you know? And then there is the alt mode in the packaging, and the alt mode is a van. He's also got his little 8-track. So there's the van mode. And then the 8-track. So he's got the rubber chicken accessory, and then the 8-track is the actual cassette guy. So it looks like almost like a laser beak, almost like a buzzsaw. But I believe it's going to be an Autobot. I just thought that this was a nice little setup. It is expensive, though. It's going for $57.99, so about the same price as a leader toy. I don't know if that's because of the license. People keep comparing the license figures and going like, oh, why isn't this the same price as that? I don't know what the license fee is for everything. I know that Ferrari is really expensive when you compare it to something like Ford if you're doing a die-cast model kit. Or die-cast model product. So I can't really say for sure, but we can't really compare apples to grapes. So, damn, I got 3 ads before getting here. That's weird. The van mode looks pretty clean. Nice. I have to go to sleep. It's 12 a.m. Yeah, I figured this was just going to be a late night thing. I honestly was going to just kind of test this to see if anyone would donate to the PayPal, just because this is something new. But you guys are not required to do it. I was just trying to test it out. That's all. Yeah, it's still nothing. Which again, is totally fine. I'm not sitting here begging, and just I was curious. I was planning on buying a few, but for $60. USD is a little much, but like most of these crossovers, they'll probably go on sale. Yeah. I remember the Ninja Turtle one going on for deep clearance. Because I think that one was a little too expensive for people. And I'm kind of glad that went for a sale price, because you could change that to any of the 4 characters. So if you wanted the 4, it's going to cost a lot unless you get it on sale. So, yeah. I will be right back. I need to... What is this? Oh, okay. Huh. Interesting. I forgot all about that. I need to get a drink. La 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 la. No, not you. Where's Luna? Here we go. I know. I know. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, okay. Just go on my shoulder, I guess. How am I gonna do this now? Hi. Hi, girl. The Ghostbusters Oh my god, I love that. I bought that as soon as I could. Oh, Jesus, cat. You're gonna stop my live stream or something. No, 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 no. Why are you purring so much? No, don't. You don't have to jump up here. You don't have to jump up on my shoulder. Oh, the cats. I tell you what. She's a pretty kitty. She's like 3 years old now. 3-year-old kitty cat. Hi. Hi. Good girl. Kitty! What if they made a Transformers crossover with my cat? What if they do that? Where are you going? Are you going out? Come on. Why are you going behind the door? There's nothing behind the door. Come on. Oh, you are a diva. There we go. I bring out Milo, but he's just going to jump around everywhere. That's our new cat. He's not even 1 year old. Alright, so basically this was just a test. This was just a demo just to see if everything was working, everything is good. But yeah, I think I'm gonna call it a night. I think next time I'll try to do this much earlier. I actually wasn't really planning on doing this live stream, but oh, now we got 11 viewers. Maybe I should stay around just in case, but yeah, I wasn't really planning on doing anything big with this. I do want... I was actually working on an animation. Like a drawn-out animation. It would be something quick and goofy, but yeah, I might do that. With the break, lately, like stepping back a little bit from YouTube has taught me is that I think it's I think I kind of figured out what my issue right now is, and why I'm in the slump. And I think that's because I haven't really been doing a lot of shows. I've been doing a lot of videos where I'm just talking about stuff. And I don't mind doing that, but there's not many stories about Transformers. And that's something that I really have been wanting to work on. And I just haven't really kicked my own ass to do it, I guess. Oh, hello. Hey, Destro. What's up? I guess Kaz was done. So yeah, I haven't been doing a lot of shows where I'm actually doing actual stories or even just skits. Like I hardly ever do skits anymore. So if you've noticed recently, I was doing a couple of them. I did one YouTube short with Berserker from the last night, and it was just supposed to be a quick little gag. So that finally got up, and so yeah, I just, you know, it's given me a lot to think about, really. And I think moving forward, I still definitely want to work on reviews. I still definitely want to do news videos. And I want to do more elaborative talking videos. Like, one of my favorite videos I did not too long ago was the history of Creo. Or the history of bot shots. I have a video written for the history of construct bots. I could do that easily. I just haven't yet because I've been so sidetracked with other things. I know I want to do every Transformer ever of Cybertron, or not Cybertron, but Sideways was a character I wanted to do. So I should probably jump on doing that at some point. And I know a lot of people had other options opened up for me to do. Like, I put a poll up, and some people were like, oh, I want this, I want that. I would love to do, like, Bone Crusher or Chromia as well. I love, you could do it, Brian. We believe in you. Thank you. Jeez, I don't know what else to talk about right now. Again, I didn't really prepare to go live. I was just... I had the PayPal thing going, and I was like, oh, I want to try opening this up and just... Not for people to donate again, just to see how it looks, basically. Oh, I do have something to show. One sec. I have to go get it again. Gotcha. Just in case you wanted to see him. Okay. I think he's confused. Let's see. Okay. So the thing that I've been working on, yeah, new cat. I mean, I've had him for, it's gonna be a year in February, I think. But yeah, still fairly new, right? Anyways, so I wanted to build this giant Bionicle thing, and it's a full-sized version of Bionicle set that existed a long time ago, but it was like a play set, and they shrunk down the figures to be like brick sized. So I wanted to make it to where it's full on Bionicle size. So there's a headpiece. It's more like decoration on the front of it. That's not even the head of the guy. It's just like a decorative thing. But that's meant to look like one of the original Bionicle heads. And then, if anyone remembers the Bionicle spiders, that's one of the carapaces. So that's pretty big. For a little comparison, there's this guy. So it's pretty big. It's bigger than my head. So, yeah. Been kind of busy. There's a comparison on that. This was really difficult to build. Speaking of things I've constructed, I don't know how this happened. So, I have cleaned out this area, this shelf, multiple times. I've cleaned around that area multiple times. And did not see this until today. This was just hanging right there. It's a little cardboard Santa hat for my Transformers. And I could probably stick this on Venom because of his little spike. Oh my god, I can. Look at that. He's wearing a little Santa hat. Just in time for the holiday season. Oh my god, I need to put this on Superior. Hold on. There we go. Oh my god, I think I'm gonna do a 24-day holiday, whatever, calendar. Where I'm just sticking Santa hats on Transformers characters. I have the Bionicle Gadunka behind me. And for those who don't know, it's a freaky fish dude. And he's ready for the holidays. Like for the Santa hat. Thank you. Holiday hat. Yeah. Yeah, I should probably... I got the Lego Optimus Prime. I got the Trypticon Fortress Maximus. I got a wheelie figure. I've got Constructicons. I've got, like, Battletrap. A bunch of Rise of the Beast characters. I could probably do a lot for, like, a 24-day holiday. Could put that on Holiday Optimus Prime. There you go. That's probably day 25 on that. Greetings. Hello. That's quite the carapace. We're not even married and yes. I made the hat for the Transformers, but the Gadunka keeps taking it. I get that. K-pop Demon Hunters. Love that movie too. Didn't think I would. The trailer didn't make it look that good, but wow, that's a pretty well animated movie. Let's see. Yeah. So I'm gonna do a last check on that PayPal thing. That's probably gotta be super annoying for me to say constantly, but okay, still nothing. Fine. It's fine. Fine. No, it's fine. Let's see. I love making mocks, but trying to find not broken joint parts is annoying. Oh god, trust me. Yeah, you know what's annoying is I have all these Bionicle sets, and I'm trying to clean them up and rebuild them. And I don't even detach the ball joints, and they keep breaking. So, it's getting really frustrating with that. I can't remember which set, but one kept breaking. Actually, I think it was the Accelera, the big ship. I have parts of Voltraz coming in. And one of the reasons why I am kind of trying to get funds from PayPal is because I had another Bricklink listing open. It wasn't even a big one. But again, I don't want people donating to me just for the sake of donating. And I don't want to keep bringing it up. The only reason why I keep bringing it up is because it's new. That's it. It's the only reason why. Soft burst toothbrush will do a good job. Yeah, I got one. But I really want it because I've had a lot of these sets as a kid. A lot of the parts have been just dumped in bins or just laid out somewhere. And as a kid, I have grimy hands. I wanted to give them a good, like, solid clean. And I've been able to do that for quite a few. I've also been able to switch out the batteries on some of the Bionicle sets. So the Paraka, the Towa and Nika, I know you guys probably don't know what I'm talking about, but like they had light up features. The Paraka had light up eyes, and then the Nika actually had these cool swords that when you push the button, it wouldn't just light up. It would flash in a pattern, and would just go blink, 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 and then it would go faster, and then by the end of it, it just went blink, 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 blink. So it was like they were taking shots or something, or like one of the key things is that I think it was about ignition. So there was a lot of emphasis on like lightning. Like that was a big theme for them. So I think they were just shooting lightning strikes out of their swords. I don't think I'm going to be on the stream for too long. I was on the stream earlier from someone else, and right now my throat's getting sore, so. I have no idea what name it shows up. Probably my old one, but it's not much. Oh my god, did you? $1.63. Wow, awesome. Thank you to should I just go by this? Mitra Moon. Hopefully I got that right. It's MOONN. Thank you so much for that. Like I really do appreciate. Again, you didn't have to do that, but that is awesome that you decide to do that. Gotta get back to work. All right, see ya. Let's see. Best way to dedust Legos tap water? Yeah. So I take them apart, and then I've got the little container, and I just wash them through. I put a little bit of dish soap in it, and I know that's probably going to seem weird, but I had a Bionicle set where I didn't even realize the back looked like it had black Play-Doh on it. And this is a white Bionicle set. So it was pretty nasty. So I put all the pieces in that. Also had this little spray that I just put on. And I put it in the water. Swirled it around just a little bit, but I didn't really scrub it just yet. Like I didn't use the toothbrush. And when I took it out, it was all gone. Something fitness grand pacer test. Okay, only in here for a few seconds. Bye. Okay, bye, Dr. Lockdown. I miss him already. No, but like that is pretty cool that you did that. Because now that just confirms that it does work. So I really do appreciate that. Because I knew people could see the link. I wasn't sure if people could actually donate to it. But now that that's confirmed, I mean that's awesome. Yes, you said it correctly. I sent in 2, but hopefully that works. That's totally fine. Again, the main thing I honestly wanted to see if it would work. But yeah, I really don't know how to say thank you too well. Like I know someone's gonna say, well, just say thank you, but I just feel like just saying that doesn't sound like appreciation enough. Not in the case for other people. It's just when I say I'm like, oh God, should I say more? Should I do more? Like, but I really do appreciate it. Gee, what else is there to talk about? Is there any Twitter drama? Honestly, I've seen a lot of Twitter drama over the year for Transformers collectors, and it's so weird too, because we should just be enjoying toys. One of the weirdest things I saw was Some guy saw a photo of Optimus Prime flipping the camera off, I guess. And it was just supposed to be a funny image, and in the quote it said "screw AI" or something. And then some AI bro decided, I'm going to take this photo and make Optimus Prime say "F off, F off, F off," and it just looks so weird because the AI put a mouth over his mouth plate, and it just looked wrong. Like, it looked bad. But basically, like, I wasn't sure if they were just joking or mocking. I saw another person that did that with someone else's art, and it was just kind of disgusting what they did, because they didn't consent, and two, they decided to add their own message to the image that had no relation to anything that was going on in it, and just make it seem like the person intended for something evil. And it was just it's so weird. The thing I hate about AI, generative AI, is when it passes on, or when people are trying to pass it off as like the next big thing that is going to take over companies and jobs. And the stupid thing about that is those same people will say that, oh, it's not about taking jobs, it's opening up jobs. It's like, okay, so it's going to open up jobs for people who are insanely super lazy, to the point where they can't even draw for themselves. They have to write something on a prompt and then get paid for it. Over actual animators who put their heart and soul in this stuff. That's why the Coca-Cola one really bothers me. Not just that. These AI bros just think, oh, you guys don't like it because it's simply generative AI and you don't like it because it's new. No, I don't like it because they literally fired a ton of people in their marketing team in favor of AI, which is the very thing that people keep saying would eventually happen. And these AI bros, I keep seeing them say, well, no, that's not what's going to happen. And it literally did happen. I'm sorry to go on a rant about something else, but my God. These AI bros just play stupid so that they can pretend that, no, they just don't understand, and this is cool. And it looks bad. Yep. I think, honestly, my favorite thing about the Coca-Cola one is when they try to pretend that there was a whole behind the scenes where they're drawing stuff and trying to fix things. Meanwhile, the tool isn't even working. The image that they have just has the backdrop. Like, they're not changing anything. And even if they are, it would just be one image. Someone even spotted one of the behind the scenes images or videos was AI. So they even faked working on it. So my point being, it is such a good idea and such a fantastic advertisement for Pepsi. I mean, Pepsi, my God, dude. You didn't even have to do anything. Hell, Coca-Cola didn't have to do anything except write for a prompt. And Pepsi is dominating now. Oh, I saw someone say, well, at least people are talking about Coke. Yeah, in a bad way. They don't want it. They don't want to buy it. Like, oh, there's no such thing as bad publicity. Yeah, there is. Otherwise, companies wouldn't have the quote-unquote damage control. Anyways, just stuff. Just stuff. Okay. Let's see. You're very welcome. You're one of my favorite creators. Aw, since about like 2014. Wow, or earlier. And loves every single Insane Asylum. Aw. That said, I hope you can beat the YouTube algorithm and much more. Yeah, thank you. It's been really rough lately. I also wanted to give an update, by the way. I know this is kind of random. Um, I wanted to give an update about my cousin because I don't think I did a really good update. I know I've talked about it in a live stream before. She is so when she had cancer. This is when I was on camera asking for donations for her sake. Um, when I did that video, she had to be taken to basically a different place. Very still in the same province that I'm in, but pretty far away from where we are. And she had to be rushed in really quickly because it basically had advanced like drastically over just a few days. Like they were surprised. So she had to do chemo. And what the donations were for, I feel like I didn't clarify too much, was for travel expenses and for her sake because she could not work at the time. And she had to have people watch over. So people had to move from here to there for quite a while. And I know there's like apartments or there's even people that will take in other people when it comes to that situation. But I want to explain. I don't know the whole situation with that. That was handled by like family members who needed to go and see her. So it was just important that, you know, and just another big thing was just in case something worse did happen, you know, everything is covered, you know. So we just basically wanted to cover everything because basically we were scared. We didn't know what was going on. So that was roughly, I want to say before Christmas is when that happened, but I don't think it was. I don't know. No, I don't think that was before Christmas. Was it? Obviously not this Christmas, but I think it was last Christmas. I don't know. But, so she was taken in, had to do chemo every week for however long, and or every 2 weeks. I don't know. It's all a blur. I know multiple people who have had chemo, so it's just a scary situation that I'm not always comfortable talking about. But again, because I highlighted it here, I wanted to give an update. So months have gone by. She is back home. She's not at risk anymore. She's, I believe, going back to work. She's, you know, back with her animals. Everything is much better now. It's obviously like very scary, and we don't want that to happen again, obviously. But I just wanted to clarify that she is doing much better. She is fine now, basically. So I'll be drinking my Mountain Dew, brisk iced tea, and cherry Pepsi in peace. Yeah, exactly. Glad to hear that cancer lost this time. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Um, yeah, we're very happy about that. And I also want to explain I'm very happy with you guys who wanted to keep in touch and see about the updates and you know, wanted to help out because that was that was very scary. Like, this is a cousin that I grew up with very closely. Her mom, basically my aunt, has always lived very close to us. So yeah, it was rough. I think the scariest thing was like trying to process what would happen. Like, I know people would say, well, you can't think about what's going to happen, but it happened so suddenly. That's all you could think about, you know. Thanks for the share. Yeah. So, with that out of the way, I think I'm gonna head out. I was just gonna do this for an hour, and my throat is really hurting right now. But thank you for tuning in. Thank you to Mitra. Mitra? Did I say that right? Thank you for that donation. I really do appreciate it. And I thank you guys for just watching and tuning in and being curious what's going on. So, yeah, hopefully we can do more live streams. Hopefully I can do them a little bit earlier than this. But thanks for the show. No problem. And let's see. There we go. I just have this figure beside me. There we go. Anyways, that is pretty much it. And I will see you guys next time.